What's going on, Raiders? Duelim here, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite thing in Raid Shadow Legends, and that's opening shards. And we have a summoning event finally for Sacred Shards, and I am so excited. But there's a little bit of a catch that I want to make sure you guys are watching out for, because I am going to avoid this as well. But first, before we continue that conversation, I wanted to be really candid with you guys. I have been loving this game, and I really didn't think I was going to. Plarium Raid reached out to me about a month and a half, 2 months ago to start working with them. And at first, I was kind of a little hesitant because I was like, wow, Raid really doesn't look like the game for me. It does not look very fun. I don't really like the fact that the champions are kind of unknown people like Cupidus. I don't know what that is. I don't know what an Ugo is, right? Like, the IP is not really for me, but I have been pleasantly surprised and shocked at how much fun I am having in this game. I am absolutely in love with this game. I love how in-depth it is with all the artifact sets, the builds, everything like that. And if you guys are looking for a new game, or you're looking for an extra game, looking for something to do, looking for a really fun experience, make sure you click that link down below in the description to get started today the right way. You're going to be getting legendary character Eleanoril right off the rip. Amazing character to start off your journey. At level 15, you're going to be adding epic support character Tagore, who's got a team-wide revive as well as a team-wide increased ally speed. And then at level 30, you're going to be getting Ugo, just like who I talked about here. This lovely lady. You're going to be getting Ugo, and she is amazing, another epic support character. And then make sure day one you are using promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, who is one of the best legendary characters in the game. Will help you out for early, mid, late game, all the good stuff. And then if you're on iOS, make sure you click a different link down below in the description to be able to type in any sort of promo codes. So let's get into it here. Let's go over to news, and let's go to double up summon boost. That's right, and this is what I've been holding my Sacred Shards for, and I am so excited that I actually did this and held off and was patient, even though I really didn't want to be patient, but I was. So look at me go. So starting reset on Friday, May 30th to Monday, June 2nd. We're doubling your chances of receiving legendary champions from Sacred Shards from 8 Friday, which is reset on Friday, whatever time reset is for you. Reset Friday, May 30th to reset Sunday, June 1st. We're also giving you a 10x chance of summoning Uzol of the Jade from Sacred Shards. And I was kind of curious about Uzol because I was like, oh, okay, cool, another character. Maybe I'll want them. So I ended up going to Hell Hades to kind of get a breakdown of Uzol. So Uzol is Spirit Affinity, 4 out of 5 stars rated. It's definitely an interesting character. I'm curious to see what ends up happening and if somebody's going to want to build him or not, or even go for him or not. So Demon Lord, 3.5 stars, Hydra 4, Waves 4, Chimera 4.5, so pretty good in Chimera. Dragon 4.5, Ice Golem 4.5. And the rest are a little mediocre. Shogun, pretty good as well, but the rest are kind of mediocre. Not bad. Like slightly above average, I'd say. Let's get into his kit. So Aura increases ally attack in Arena by 33%. He does have a book value of 10 out of 10, which is, yeah, book value of 10 out of 10. Focus the A2 and the A3 if you can. So for the A1, Ruthless Axe Master attacks one enemy, has a 20% chance of granting an extra turn. Kind of like the fusion character we talked about, getting that extra turn on the A1 if he lands that weaken. If this attack kills an enemy, grants an extra turn. Not the best in Clan Boss or anything like that, because you're not going to be killing anything in Clan Boss, but good in waves, stuff like that. And then it just gets more damage from the books, so not terrible. The A2, Stone-Hearted, attacks all enemies before attacking. Reduce the value of any shield buffs on all enemies by 100%, and places a 60% decrease defense debuff on them for 2 turns. So that's really, really strong. Reduces the value of any shield buffs. That's really good. And then the decreased defense, obviously, really good as well. These effects these effects cannot be resisted if this skill was used on an extra turn. And remember, he's getting that extra turn from his A1, which is pretty interesting. Get a little 1-2 combo, do the A1, get the extra turn, and then do the A2 to make sure it can't be resisted. Pretty nice. Has a 20% chance of granting an extra turn. This chance increases by 10% for each critical hit. So he's going to be hitting potentially 4 people, right? And each one is going to give 10%. So technically this is a 60% chance as long as you have 100% crit. So that's pretty interesting. Gets booked down to a 3-turn cooldown. And then he kind of has that extra turn mechanic as well that could really get it even lower to a 2-turn cooldown technically, since you're not waiting for his full turn to come back. Now for the A3, Royal Fury, 4-turn cooldown, gets booked down to a 3. Attacks 1 enemy, will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable buffs. So really, really good here against shields. The A2 and the A3 taking out those shields. Also ignores Stone Skin, which is really interesting. I didn't know there was things in kits that ignored Stone Skin. Luckily, I haven't experienced Stone Skin too much yet, but I'm sure I will soon enough. And 100% of the character's defense if this skill was used on an extra turn or an instant turn. So again, that extra turn. And what's really interesting is you could really get 3 turns in a row here, because if you're using the A1, you get the extra turn, then you use the A2, crit everybody, get an extra turn, and then use the A3 as well and ignore 100% of the target's defense if this skill was used on an extra turn. That's a really cool combo. The only issue is it's not 100% to get the extra turn. So it's kind of at the mercy of RNG, because this is a 60% chance here, and that's the max chance it can have. So a little bit at the mercy of RNG, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but a really cool kit nonetheless, and very interesting, especially ignoring Stone Skin, ignoring Unkillable, block damage, shield. I know in the arena meta right now, Stone Skin is kind of just everywhere, especially once you get to start getting to later game and you get 9-piece Stone Skin running, and it's just disgusting. And then passive Jade King. If an ally has a chance to gain an extra turn, increase that chance by an additional 5%. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. This champion deals 25% more damage on extra turns. So he is just full out extra turns, which makes sense, right? His entire kit is based around extra turns. And then you'll see that some of the builds is just going to be crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, speed, accuracy, merciless, lethal, savage, cruel, perception. And then PvP, Stone Skin, Lethal, Savage, Merciless, Cruel. Kind of the same thing. But yeah, he's not bad. Don't get me wrong. He is pretty cool. I really do like the extra turn mechanic on him. I really like the ignoring Stone Skin as well, and shield, block damage, unkillable buffs. That's really, really good. So if you're starting with a lot of people that have those stats in Arena, that's really, really helpful. But I don't think he's the character for me. So I don't think I'm going to be utilizing this. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is looking at this and going, cool, from May 30th to June 1st, I'm not going to pull. So that's going to be what days? That's going to be Friday at reset all the way to Sunday at reset. I'm not going to pull my shards. I'm just going to wait, because I don't really care to have that character. They're not really going to change my roster all that much. So I'm not really going to bother with it. Instead is what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until reset on June 1st, where he is no longer in that 10x drop. And then I'm going to be pulling 25 sacred shards. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that video. It'll probably be on my main channel as well. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that one. It'll be awesome. I'm really excited to see what we get. I could definitely use some defense-based characters. I don't really have a good tank just yet, so I really want a good tank to be able to survive in Clan Boss a little bit longer, and I'm super excited for that. So make sure you guys are pulling when it is most efficient for you. Now, if you do want Uzul, make sure you're pulling during that. I want to make sure you guys have the most amount of information possible and apply it to your roster. That's probably the best part about this game. It's not a one size fits all, which is absolutely amazing. Maybe you guys are looking for a guy just like this on your roster, and you guys can pull for him. I'm not going to, though. I don't think he's going to be as useful for me as some other people, and I don't want to waste, quote-unquote, waste a free legendary pull on him instead. Watch I still pull him, even though he's not going to be in the boosted drops. That'd be pretty funny. All right, so make sure if you guys are interested in playing Raid Shadow Legends, make sure you click that link down below to get started off the right way. Eleanor, Tagore, Ugo, and then day one, you're also going to be getting Sun Wukong using that promo code. 2 legendaries, 2 epics, the best way to start a Raid Shadow Legends account. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, Raiders.